Hey, we just had a customer ask about the charging port on their lithium battery. Depending on your battery, the charging port might be over here by the discharge connector, or it could be under the handle. So keep that in mind. Basically, this plug can sometimes get loose through vibration. Mostly the nut can back off a little, it might get a little wobbly. If that happens, make sure you turn it off, remove it from your bike, pull the key out, that way you know it's off. Take the cord out so that it's not plugged in anymore. We just want to be totally safe. And get yourself 2 pairs of needle nose pliers and a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to use an electric screwdriver because it's going to be a little faster. If you do that, turn the torque down. You don't want to strip out, it's an aluminum case, so if you use a whole lot of torque, you're going to strip the threads out of the case. Take the 4 screws out of the side where your charging plug is, right? This side, or if it's under the handle, that side. And then you can lift the case off. And you would be careful once you're in here. You really don't want to go messing wires up. You don't want to tug on it a lot. Definitely don't want to cut any wires or drop like a screwdriver or a screw in there and short anything out. You'll notice that the back side of the charging cable is going to be covered in a silicone caulk or a hot glue mix. So you need to kind of guess where the connector is. And you want to be really careful with this, and part of the reason why it's covered in this caulk is because you have both red and black wires there, because this is a charging hookup. If you want to be super duper safe, what you want to do is take this fuse out. This is the fuse on the ground side of the charger. It can be kind of hard to take out sometimes. You definitely don't want to break it while you're taking it out. Part of the trick is to get a good grip on it, yank it on out, put it back in before you're done. So now we can kind of guess where the lock nut on the back is inside the caulk, and we want to put our needle noses on there to hold it still, and then we reach into the plug. You'll see that there is a knurled nut inside the plug. You're going to grab that knurled nut with your needle noses and carefully tighten it on up. So on the back here, we're holding the lock nut still so that it doesn't turn by squeezing on that caulk and getting a good grip. And then on the front, we're carefully grabbing the knurled nut and cranking on it. One thing you want to make sure is don't get your pliers sort of inside that hole and outside on there. It's going to cause a short. That's why we've removed the fuse so that we can't cause a short. And you can also cause a short on the back if you break through the caulk and grab both of those wires. So keep the fuse out till you're done. Tighten this up carefully. You want to get it pretty tight, basically, and now you can see that I've got a good bite on it because the wire is wiggling a little. That means I need to be a little more careful holding the lock nut, and but that I've definitely got a purchase on the knurled nut on the outside. Once you've got it tightened up, you're going to put your fuse back in, otherwise you won't be able to charge your battery. Fuse is back in, holder's closed, and now carefully reassemble it, making sure that the wires are in there nice and fair. And then you can tighten it back up. When you're tightening it up, make sure that your torque is pretty low, and then just screw it back in.